Welcome to this introduction to piecewise functions. You might have seen functions that look like a single smooth line, but today we are going to talk about functions that follow different rules depending on the input. This is a fundamental concept in calculus and helps us model real-world situations where things change abruptly. Let's quickly review what a function is. Think of it as a machine. You put an input, usually called x, into the funnel. The machine applies a specific rule to it and then spits out exactly one output, called y. Usually, we have one rule, like add 5, that applies to every single number you put in. But what if the machine needed to be smarter than that? Here is a real-world analogy. Think about movie ticket prices. If you are a child under 12, the price is $5, but if you are 12 or older, the price is $10. The rule for the price changes based on the input, which is your age. This is exactly what a piecewise function is, different rules for different domains. In mathematics, we write this using a large curly brace. On the left side of the brace, we have the name of the function, usually f of x inside. We list the formulas or rules on the left and the conditions or domains on the right. The condition tells you when to use that specific rule. How do we evaluate one of these? Let's say we want to find f of 0. First, we look at the conditions on the right. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, it is. Since that condition is true, we ignore the bottom rule and only use the top rule, which is 2x, so we multiply 2 times 0 to get our answer, 0. When we graph these, the boundaries are very important. We use special symbols to show where a piece starts and ends. If you see a less than or greater than sign, we draw an open, hollow circle. This means the point is not included. If you see a less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to sign, we use a closed, filled-in circle to show the point is included. Here is an example of a discontinuous graph. The blue line represents x plus 1 for values less than 2. Notice the open circle at the end. Then, the function jumps down to the green line, which is -2 for values greater than or equal to 2. Because there is a gap, we call this a jump discontinuity. Sometimes the pieces meet up perfectly. In this example, the orange curve is x squared, and the purple line is 2x at the boundary of 2. Both rules give us the value of 4. Because they connect at the same point, the graph is continuous. You could draw it without lifting your pencil. Did you know that the absolute value function is actually a piecewise function? It is defined as -x when x is less than 0, and +x when x is greater than or equal to 0. This creates the famous V-shaped graph we all recognize. To wrap up, remember these 4 points. First, always check the domain to pick the right rule. Second, pay attention to whether circles should be open or closed. Third, check the boundaries to see if the graph connects or jumps. And finally, remember that these functions are used everywhere in real life to model changing costs and rates.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.